We're going to pre-coat a board on our 230C laminator, which you can also do this process on the new 220C laminator, the same process on there. We're going to start by, we're going to take our roll of adhesive here and get it onto the machine. So I'm going to remove my top supply shaft. And I'm going to slide that shaft to the adhesive roll. And center that up. And back on my machine, and close my cradles by the groove on the cradle. And then I can look at my ruler, the 25-inch roll we got, so I'll put it at 12.5 and 12.5 to center it. Now, since we're doing a roll of adhesive, and it's not a film with a release liner we're taking off, we can remove, just to make it easier, we can remove our release liner take-up if we want. And set that aside for now. The next thing I want to do, okay, we're back at our front of the machine. We got a roll of adhesive on the top supply shaft. So now I got to set my roller pressure for my board. So I'm going to take, I have a piece that I'm using as a leader board that's the same thickness as our main board that we're going to pre-coat. So I just want to make sure, I never want to use something a different thickness because I want to get the roller set right. So I'm going to slide it in between my rollers. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a little wiggle. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to bring my roller dial down, my pressure dial, until my board gets caught and I can't move it anymore here. And then once I get that, we know we have the right pressure. It's foam board and stuff like foam board Coroplast. I don't want to overpressure because I don't want to crush it. If it's a more rigid substrate, maybe I can add a little like extra hour on the clock, as he said, on the dials. It's not going to affect the actual the thickness of the substrate. I'll put it in reverse to back it out, to get it out of here, because I can't remove or change my dial here to get it out. I can't open it up and pull it out because I'm going to lose all the work I just did. So I'll just back it out. You can run it forward and go out the back if you want, if that's easier. Once I get it out of here, I'm going to flip it back to forward, making sure I do that, because I don't. We're going to have to run it forward to get through. Reverse won't work for us when we pre-coat. So I'm going to bring my adhesive down next, and I'm just going to bring it down in the front of the roller and kind of try to tuck it behind this bar, our hand wheel bar, and then I'm going to unlock my safety unlock and lift my table. And then once I do that, I'm going to bring my adhesive back down, and I'm going to take my leader board and just kind of press it in between the rollers like that, and then step on my pedal and run that through. And I'm going to run that through far enough up to the rollers so I can bring my table back down like that. So now what I want to see now is my adhesive to be tight to that roll, as we see there. If it's not tight, take another a small board maybe and run it through, but in there, and just try to get that out because we don't want any tunneling once we run our good board. But I'm ready to run our good board, so I'm going to butt it up against my leader board, and I'm going to hit the run, and I'm just going to follow that in. I'm going to adjust my speed. I'm on run. You can use the foot pedal if you want to control. Either way, it's going to work fine on here. And then my finished board, if we had multiple ones, we would just butt it up against the next one and just follow it in. Or I have the ability to take, so I can get, if I'm just doing, say, one board, I'm on my last board, I can follow this one in with like another leader type board, just so I can cut it out of the back. Like this. And just enough so I can get this out, and then I'll stop it.